Just because the European Union has lost England doesn't mean you should lose your project files. So today I'm going to show you how you can reduce your CPU and RAM usage in Fruity Loops 12. So the first ones would be obviously the settings. So there's quite a couple you can do. I've got three you can do here. So first off, if you just go to general, and then the first one I'm going to do is animations, because obviously if it's using all of its CPU to make it look all cool, then it's not going to be very, it's not going to have RAM to spare. So we'll just put that on don't distract me. We'll turn the smoothing not retardedly to the bottom, but we'll do it like here. We'll turn off ultra smooth, and then we're going to leave force refreshes on because that actually helps. So the second one would be if you go over to audio, and down here it says CPU, you're going to want these three on. So multi-threaded, that means if your CPU has more than one core, which I believe every CPU does nowadays, it will use as many cores as it can to process. So obviously we'll leave that on. Again with the mixer, because generator would be for your plugins, so it uses like however many cores for, let's say massive, and then it will use as many as it can for the mixer as well. And the smart disable, this is where, say you have massive running but it's disabled, it won't just be disabled here as in you can't hear it, it will actually turn the plugin off. Yep, so that's the settings done. The second one we can do is called bouncing out, which is basically if you have a piano roll here like this, you bounce this out to audio, so therefore you don't have a plugin running, it's literally just a clip like this. So let's do that now and show you how to do that. It's real simple. So this one is just, it's got some reverb and an EQ on it, like so. So obviously if you bounce out, you'll have the reverb and the EQ in the audio clip, so you don't have that running and that and the plugin. We're going to bounce out this clip, and all we do is just go to the pattern itself, make sure Edison is recording, turn that on like so. So we're going to record that, and then we're just going to play the clip. And obviously we've got to find where the clip ended, so I believe it's here. It's this big one here. So now we have this nice little clip here. And then we'll simply just drag this into the place where it was. So it's like this. But we obviously chopped that bit. So now we can, because we've bounced that out, we can actually delete this sample and delete its designated plugin, so that frees up some more space for us. Okay, so that's the second, and as again, like I said a minute ago, the third one is obviously just trying to replace as many plugins as we can. So as you can see here, I've used this EQ instead of the parametric one, because obviously the parametric one uses more CPU than this one. So just do it as much as possible. If you've just got like a snare that needs a bit boosting in the middle, just use this one. If you have quite a complex EQ pattern like this one, then fair enough, just keep it. The only downside to the EQ here is you can only have one notch or peak. You can't, the other two is high cut and low cut, so obviously it's not very versatile, but if it's just a simple peak or just a bit of a cut off, then it's ideal really. So this is 3 ways you can reduce your CPU. This sort of method can be changed from file to file, so if this one might be quite CPU heavy because I have a lot of plugins, but if you're using a lot of samples and bouncing out a lot, then you probably won't have to use these methods. But feel free to just mess around with these, find your sort of best method of doing it, and yeah, hit me up, see if it works. Cheers guys.